So now you've got Veuve Clicquot Rich. So we've got more sugar content. So this
Bloody hell, I'm getting lost.
Dew.
Go on.
Okay, so this is the fresh one. So now we're on 60 grams.
It's sweeter again.
Yeah, it's a little bit sweeter. So we can put more ice in it, and then we can play a little bit more with food pairings as well.
And what are you finding food pairings wise? Like what's really working with demi-sex?
We
and the
do, with the Veuve Clicquot Rich, we do lots of afternoon teas. So with all the desserts and the cakes
of
and
course.
stuff.
Lovely,
We serve
perfect.
It in, yeah, because you can make this and have it over tea. So we have like a little tea dispenser. You put tea leaves in, and you pour it through the tea leaves, and so it will infuse with the black tea, and it just goes beautifully with like an afternoon tea. So
And it's black teas that you use?
Yeah.
Why not white teas?
When we were creating this back at the Maison, they actually worked with some mixologists to come out with what worked really, really well with it and where it was going. So like we've worked out we use a lot more kind of what we use pineapple, we can use lime, grapefruit rather than like strawberries, etc. to bring out that lovely freshness. Pineapple is my favourite with this.
Yeah.
It's true though. I mean, like these two champagnes really for me have a more direct character with fruit. I mean, when it comes to mixing,
yeah, exactly.
They're debatably easier to work with.
It's like you were saying earlier about having the sweetness in the champagne and then bringing in the bitter elements from
Exactly, kind of working backwards.
Yeah, which I really like that idea of.
Me too.
Nice.
I'm just thinking about these teas because in the cafe upstairs they do this silver needle tea. Have you ever had that?
No.
It's lovely. Oh, it's lovely. It's like it's a white tea, but it's got such gorgeous flavours. It really makes you feel nice drinking it.
Nice.
You could, not no milk.
Yeah,
just drink
just
just
on its own.
yeah.
Maybe it'd be worth playing with.
Yeah.
Maybe play with that later.
We'll try that later.
So basically what we've done with Veuve Clicquot Rich was kind of when, I don't know if you've heard about, in 2010 some divers found about 170 odd bottles right down in the deep sea in the Baltic Sea.
No way.
Yeah, and so they found out that there was about 45 of the bottles with Veuve Clicquot, because at the bottom of the Veuve Clicquot cork you've always got the stamp.
anchor.
And they were one of the first people to start doing this. Thank God they did, because then we could work out that some of it was ours.
Of course, because the labels would have completely eroded.
Completely
And the
gone.
wine was still good inside?
Out of 45 of ours, 30 were absolutely perfect to drink.
You're kidding me.
170 years in that sea. It had been preserved perfectly.
And what would a bottle sell for now of those 30?
Oh, I think we sold one. One was sold, and it was something like £23,000 it worked out to be for one bottle.
And what was the ship that went down, do you know?
I don't actually know.
It'd be worth finding out, actually.
But it was a shipment, we think, on the way to Russia, because when we tested it, it had about 150 grams worth of sugar. So
Sweet.
Going on, sweet, sweet, sweet. So it really inspired the house to kind of, and Dominic Marville, who's the winemaker, to kind of go back to the traditional way of drinking it, but with a really cool modern twist. Hence why we put it on ice, and hence the cool.
And how's the Russian market finding it? They're
It's
bang into
really
it?
well, yeah, absolutely brilliantly. So yeah, it's quite cool to have that little twist. And so when they tasted it, you know, it was very tiny bubbles, very little bubbles left, but the wine had a real kind of still quite a nice freshness and acidity, but very kind of developed flavours. So
Yeah, of course.
yeah, it's quite cool.
What, and I suppose they tend to get more buttery and more back to that kind of brioche.
Yeah, exactly, and more developed in that kind of mushroomy flavours, truffly flavours. It was quite incredible. Apparently, I did not try one. Obviously, it's been very.
And it had the little anchor on the bottom.
Anchor on the bottom.